Hi there, welcome to part 2 of this video series. In part 1, we added the photo to the smart object and to the clipping mask, and in part 2 I'm going to show you how to adjust the badge. So let's go ahead and come up here to the badge on the layers palette. It's at the very top, and I'm just going to open up. As you can see, you have all kinds of folders here that you can shut if they're taking up too much space. The first thing we need to do is get a basketball up there. So let's come up here and change it to a basketball. So here are all the different sports icons. So basketball, soccer, hockey, football, baseball. So let's turn on basketball. And I want to show you a couple things about this. Like if you have a name that takes up more space than where this says Green Bay, then I'm going to show you how to adjust this background. But to change the name, you're just going to double click in here and change it. Okay, so I'm going to double click. I'm just going to click in there and I'm going to select it all. And I'm going to change it. And then I'm going to turn that off and I'm going to change the bottom layer. And let's say I want that to be a different color. Window, character. We're going to change it to a different color. You can just adjust it. So you change it to yellow or whatever color you want. Oh, you have to select it all and then change it. Okay. So then you turn this back on, and the way that you adjust, you can adjust this color the same way if you wanted a different color, but we don't want a different color on this one. So as far as this background here, this is kind of what I think can be confusing, is changing this square here. So I'm going to grab it in this little corner. Okay, now I have it selected. I'm going to come over to my, well, I'm going to zoom in on it a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to select it, and it's called Top Text Background. Then I'm going to come over to my pen tool, and I'm going to grab, I'm going to press down my control, and while my control is pressed down, I can drag this out. And adjust it. So that is how you do that. Now, if you grab the corner up here, it's going to distort it. So you don't really want to do that unless that's the look you're after. So I just wanted to be sure that you understood how to make that change. And you can also just, if you're not really liking the way this, let me get off the pen tool here. If you're not really liking the way this is looking with the background, you can adjust this text, and then, or you could just turn it off if you don't like it. It's totally, it's just an effect, so it's totally up to you if you want to use it or not. So this is the same way. You just change the name the same way, and down here it's the same. So you can just make them bigger or smaller based on, what you need. So it's pretty easy to change that and to change the colors. As far as this, it's super easy. You double click it and then you just choose a color. So, and then what I like to do for underneath is I like to choose the same color and then slide it down, make it a little bit darker. And you can come over into this area to make a choice. And it's the same with the ribbon. You can change it. You double click, you choose a color. Let's say I want the color of like orange, like the basketball. And actually, let me show you something here. I have this color. Double click. Okay, I could copy this, Control C, in case I want to just use it everywhere. Control V. Then come up to this one, which I see I didn't get quite all the way covered. Control V. Let me make sure this is covering more of this. Okay. Now maybe I think, which is what I'm thinking, that I don't really like the way it looks with the, let me turn off this depth. I don't really like the way this shadow looks. So I'm going to come over to the FX, Inner Shadow, and I'm going to take it off of black and make it just a darker, I could even make it like a darker red. which is sometimes nice. Or Control C. And then I can just paste that effect into these other areas. So if I want that same effect over here on the other part, then I take this one, right click, copy layer style, come up to this, paste layer style, and I can do the same thing in here. It might be a little bit weird for this look, but I just want to show you how that works. So that is how you change the badge. And then it's similar for this text. You can just select the text, change it to whatever you want. And then it has this drop shadow, which you can turn off or on. And if you want to change the color of it, you just select it and you can just change it to any color. And you can also make it more of a distance. And the stroke, you can make that, it's basically just making it clear in that area. So you can make that, you can adjust that to your liking. And I just wanted to make sure you knew how that worked. So if you want to change the color of the paint brush here, you can just choose a color. So I really hope you enjoy this set and you share on Facebook your creations with us, because everybody gets inspired by everybody else's creations, and I just love that you share them with us. And I just hope you have a wonderful day. Talk soon.